Royal Yorkers, and these men have the duty of parading the prisoner and of guarding the prisoner. And if you've been paying any attention this morning, the halberds, which are the long arms with the axe head, as a badge of into a hollow square.
Left, face.
So that every man
Yorkers!
can
Hold!
view the punishment parade.
Pull it back. Yorkers
Now the
will
battalion
face to the right. Right! Face!
is now being paraded less the grenadier detachment.
Eyes on! March!
Now, from this unequal number in the various platoons of the regiment, the sergeant major will now have to
Extend your men down. Cover past the hole. Extend to the left.
They were frequently used
Richard!
as police to either scout for deserters or to obtain regimental flogging to stiffen the backbone of the regiment that was viewing punishment. Is now coming forward to receive this parade from the regiment.
Here section. Advance your arms. 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. Right, shoulders forwards.
Drummers, which are the youngsters.
Grenadier section. Will face to the right. To the right. Okay.
The acting sergeant of grenadiers, the
Right,
prisoner
shoulders
is
forward.
shackled.
Right around. Forward.
Men are having to look. He's obviously being held in cells. He obviously has not had any opportunity to defend himself. All part of the job. The duty of the drummers is to administer the punishment. The grenadiers halberds, but it is the drummers that actually administer the punishment. So there's young guys who are at the minimum age of 9, running up to men that are in their 30s and their 40s as drummers, who actually administer this.
Sergeant Major,
Grenadiers will now lash the prisoner.
do you have the ropes to lash the prisoner?
It's already on the tripod, sir.
If the prisoner's suasion that has gone into this situation. This man has been held in cells for a relatively trifling offense. He has probably been given very marginal food, and he has not. The parade will continue with the captain. You will now notice that all sergeants and all officers have
Prisoner.
drawn their swords.
Stand to hear your punishment. A court-martial of the officers appointed from the garrison at Carrollton Island, having met to consider various infractions, has found a private soldier, one Robert Craig of the Colonel's Company, Royal Yorkers, guilty of a breach of Section 2, Article 3 of His Majesty's Articles of War. To wit, one Robert Craig was observed to tie a handkerchief to American liberty. He is therefore found guilty of citing sedition, and as punishment will receive 50 lashes upon his bare back at the head of his regiment. Signed, Robert Fletcher, Captain, Royal Highland Immigrants. In court at Carrollton Island, 5th of June, 1779.
Stick, and then utter several huzzahs for the rebel Congress. Tied a handkerchief to a stick and offered several huzzahs for King George, was sentenced to the dungeon at Albany. You will now see the drummer has been a series of 9-strand yarn, tough linen yarn. The cat is tied in knots. The concept of the knots on the
Captain James!
Yes, I have a dispatch from regimental headquarters.
Cease punishment.
Ensign Morrow has just brought in a dispatch from regimental headquarters.
Punishment is to cease. I have an order. Officer commanding 1st Battalion, King's Royal Regiment of New York. Be it known that by the powers invested in me as the General Officer commanding the 8th Brigade of His Majesty's Army in the province of Quebec, I have reviewed the findings of the General Court-Martial held at Carrollton Island this June 5th past, and examined the case of one Robert Craig, private soldier of the Royal Yorkers. And in view of his past services to the Crown and his good conduct while in garrison at Montreal, as represented by Captain Boucher, I, showing the mercy of His Most Gracious Majesty, am pleased to remit penalty of 50 lashes of the cat o' nine tails upon his bare back, and do hereby reduce his sentence to 21 days hard labour in the quarry at Lachine, on his regiment's return to Montreal. For the present, he is to be returned to his duty.
Now, what has happened here is that the captain of the company to which Robert Craig belongs has made representations on behalf of his men to brigade headquarters. Now, a brigade is 3 or 4 regiments that are actually brigaded together. That's where the term brigade comes from. The commanding officer of that brigade is a situation. And for the drama of the occasion, from the point of view of the troops that are assembled, the whole of this ceremony would take place. The lash would actually start in order to set on the men what has happened, and then they would remit. So instead of flogging a good man and making him useless for months, now the brigade police are being withdrawn by Ensign Ozza of the Brunswick Light Infantry, Von Barners. The battalion will very quickly be dismissed.
Sir.
Take a position.
Your guard! Blast your fire! Drummer, forward, march!
pace forward and dismiss. March!
There you have it. The battalion is now being stood down. And you have now seen a battalion punishment parade as it would have been enacted in the various garrisons in the Royal Regiment. Thank you very much for your attention.
Well, I was disappointed you didn't scream.
Well, go get it.
I think I got the bees.
I heard it.
Oh, did you? I did.
I heard it in our ranks, yeah. But I had to bite my lip. And then they were parading it. Because Bruce was, tucking him and everything else. Typical Bruce Finch style and everything. I was biting my lip and everything.
Look good. Suitably dejected.
Oh, he did.
You did look suitably dejected.
Yeah, I was trying.
Aren't you glad you moved to Canada?
I am.
I mean, you've had a view of your history that you never would have had.
I know. It's true.
I always want to do this.
Oh, it looked great.
That's a big advancement over the musket, isn't it?
Well, the one that immediately preceded it, but for smoothbore, no sight bayonets, 100-yard range, 150 at the most. Killing range is further, but accuracy range is very good. Quite an advancement if you think about it. Suddenly now, artillery has to go back 800-900 yards, whereas artillery can be quite safe. Changed warfare. So they went to the Crimea with this, they reissued these, came back with this. 1200 yard graduation. Very effective. You can easily horse with it.
Young gentleman here.
Looks okay. Totally changed. Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah, unbelievable. It was a real killing field in the Crimea because of it.
Starts the more modern.
And then from there, it's just a very rapid succession. Very simple.
And actually, we'd rather. We don't want you to pick up too much of it.
I don't know what it is. It wouldn't be hand done, would it? I don't think it's hand done. It's machine done. Woven in. So it's machine done. Well, woven in. I guess that's a thank you. My old Athena book. With the paper cover still intact. Oh, wonderful. Yeah. So I might have a uniform next year. Yeah? Oh, good.